I'm Not Rich, I'm Not Lying, the podcast episode, whatever number episode it is. This needs to come out like right away as soon as we do this to give everybody something for fucking the new year, you know what I'm saying? Sir Worthy, I'm here. We got a few special guests. You guys just want to grab the mic, tell you guys to say who's here?
Your boy BTF Blaze, I'm in the building. It's about to get lit right now.
Yes, sir. You got 02Trill right here.
Okay.
About to kill this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, yo, everybody listening, I want to shout out everybody who's been listening for this whole year. Thank you. Honestly, I've been trying to do a podcast since 2015. I finally got it off the ground in 2018. But thank you guys for listening. We got plays, and I'm getting spins and plays from all over the world. Belize, Sweden, parts of Africa, just all over the place, you know. So shout out to everybody listening. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, soon to be on Tidal. It's not called Tidal because I went to public school and they taught me how to spell title, and title does not spell like that. So shout out to Tidal.
Like
we soon gonna be on Tidal. We're on YouTube right now, just the audio only. Video will be coming in 2019. I'm gonna try my best to work on that, but I will tell you guys honestly, this podcast shit is stressful. It stresses me out a lot.
Not a hard
but
work.
you know, it's like people don't understand how hard it is to get your friends together once a week to do something for free.
Real shit.
Like,
and finding the right location.
No, like honestly, it's really a lot. But this is the last time you guys are gonna hear the AKA for this year. So I'm gonna try and go off. Here we go. Sir Worthy, AKA one too many AKAs, AKA a bunch of beef suya. I don't do no Mickey D's. Round of applause for me. 3-year anniversary coming up soon. AKA Bobby Brown's son in the flesh. Don't be cruel. Don't at me. Ah, man, Rogers, I'm not paying. So please make sure that, you know, fuck it. You guys don't hear this anyways. AKA, here's the twist. Before I had braids, I was trying to grow dreads. Sir Ragnar Black Lothbrok, my hair is my strength. They say black Vikings don't exist, but I'm about to change the game. AKA, the doormat says welcome, but it's a trap door and you walked right into slander. I don't have to mention any names because I will throughout the podcast. AKA, I'm living my best. Whoa. I'm trying to live my best life.
You
okay?
gotta be doing that.
I'm trying to live my best life.
That's the motive for the new year.
I'm trying to live my best life, so don't ask me how I'm doing.
Nobody's asking.
Since you asked, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, truly. I smell like weed and patchouli oil every time you see me. Word to Zendaya, I'm one of the faux locks in her hair. AKA, I get paid as Sir Worthy, so please, the only time you can put nigga in the memo is if it is $100 million check. I can do a lot with that. Can help out a lot of people. That's the only time I will accept that. AKA, I'm not. This is a new one. I don't know if I should even bust this, but the Boss Don Hookavelli, Holiday Phelps, a pink fluffy velvet connoisseur, kind of monsieur, swimming in the feminine divine. Word to Mac Miller, R.I.P. AKA baby father of the year. I'm gonna repeat, baby father of the year, not baby daddy, baby father. Okay,
that's a new
baby father. It's actually my daughter's birthday today. Shout out little Oma. You know, she always tells me she wants to be either Piccolo or Frieza or any other bad guy.
That's a real one.
That's a real one right there. You know, so shout out to my baby girl.
Shout outs to her, man.
AKA.
You got a lot of AKAs, dog.
I do. AKA the BBK.
BBK.
What is that?
The bareback king.
Woo!
Yeah, wow,
no rubbers, okay?
That's
AKA I got the blues. Don't open up my laptop. Porno might just jump out at you.
Whew.
You know? AKA YouTube ad running. Everything relevant, anything random. Hosted by me, Sir Worthy, every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. live on GBKM FM. Watch live, YouTube, GBKM TV, Facebook, GBKM FM, or log on to their website, www.gbkm.fm. Go to my Facebook, go to my IG, Sir Worthy ILC, whatever it is, the link, all that stuff is in the description. So if you're listening to this, just take time to go and check out all of that stuff. But we got Fillmore, he's in the building as well. So if you guys hear me calling out to him, that's who I'm talking about, my bro over there. He doesn't have a mic, but we'll try to get him on a mic.
Yeah, we'll share the mic.
Yeah, we doing a bunch. We doing a lot. We doing a lot. I'm gonna be drinking this episode, and I actually put down the weed for this whole month. I've been slowly smoking, like maybe like 1 or 2 times with Fillmore or whatever, taking like 1 or 2 draws, getting fried out my mind and shit. It's crazy. But I put down the weed, but tonight I'm smoking. But also just once again, I want to shout at everybody listening. Like, honestly, like when I go and check the shit and I see that, yo, I got 40 listens on this day or whatever, and it's up this percent and that, it's just, honestly, it's like a humbling feeling, and it's just so fucking great, man. Like, honestly, it just feels really great. So I want to thank you guys for pushing me. Shout out to everybody who texts me about the fucking pod, like, you know, with questions or anything like that. Shout out to everybody. Shout out Kaz, shout out Chester, shout out my Uncle Raga, shout out Alyssa, shout out the team, the clan, man. Shout out to Sith, Stones and Sama, shout out to Juanie B, aka that nigga you wanna be, like Texadamus, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out everybody. Thank you guys, man. Like, 2019, we're not that we're doing a rebrand, but we're gonna restructure some things. Moves. Definitely that. We're gonna restructure some things and make things a little bit more better and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna try to get the content more. We just working harder. Bottom line, that's all it is, man. But shout out to everybody, man. I'm not doing this without y'all, man. Like, I mean, at the same time, actually, I would do this without y'all. I need is my daughter to do things. But shout out to you guys, man. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, let's get into this episode.
Let's do it.
So what we talking about?
Top 5 albums of this year.
Okay.
Lady.
Let's pull them up. What we got? Let me get my list ready.
You're going to hear some things that you shouldn't hear from a matter of a little nigga. But we're just going to let a nigga talk what he got to say.
Okay. So hold on. 5?
Top 5 albums of 2018.
Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I got my
5,
top
6,
5
7,
ready. You got
8,
your top
9.
5 ready?
I got 9. I'm going to have to cut it to 5.
Let's make it
what
5.
You got?
A solid 5.
I got it in my head. Don't worry about it. I'm good. I got like 6 of them. 6 of them.
But I make it a solid 5.
5,
solid
yeah,
5.
naturally.
All right, then give us your nomination. Give us the one that, what do they call it again when it's like honorable mention? Yeah, who's your honorable mention? Who's not in the 5?
My honorable mention would be fucking J. Cole's album, KOD. That would be my honorable mention.
Okay.
Real shit. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That's also in my top 5 as well. Yeah. That's also my top 5.
Okay, so who you got 5?
5. I'm gonna start from the bottom.
Yeah, start from 5.
Save the good ones for the later one.
Wait, hold up. Should we do it like this, where everybody gives off 1, like they're 5, and then we go to 4, or should we do like one man gives his whole list? How you want to do it?
I think pick by pick.
One by one, or
each
like man should just shout out their top 5. And
which one you want to do?
Yo,
I think we should drop the whole top 5 and then
all right.
take
so
it from there.
You want to go first?
I'm going for it. No
all right,
problem.
go ahead.
Okay, let's go. So the 5th one is a later one, but it just happens to be the 5th one. That's Drip Harder. Is that
Drip Too Hard?
No,
Lil Baby and Gunna.
Lil Baby and Gunna. That is Drip Harder. I think that's Drip Harder.
Dope album.
Dope album.
Took it in. It was pretty hard.
I got that as 5.
So that's part of your top 5 of 2018.
Top 5 of 2018.
All right. So far we have Drip Harder. Mm-hmm. What was the last one that you mentioned?
Honorable mention. That was KOD.
Oh yeah, KOD. So we got 2, 3 more.
Yeah, 4 more. Honorable mention wasn't part of the 5.
All right.
Yeah. KOD had to go do something else with J. Cole or something.
All right.
Yeah. So
Nigel boy had to correct me. Go ahead.
The 4th one I would say is Beautiful Thugger Girls. When did that drop?
I'm not sure.
You know,
I think it dropped this year. Yeah.
Young Thug?
Yeah.
From
dropped this year.
You could.
Beautiful Thugger Girls. Let me check that out.
Yeah, you could check that.
Give me 1 minute. Real quick.
This is the one episode where facts matter. Usually
Beautiful
facts
Thugger
don't matter.
Girls.
Facts are like condoms, and you don't need them.
So while Fillmore checks that out, continue with your list.
Okay, I'm gonna just go with the 3rd one.
Last year. That came out last year.
Yeah.
That's just your album you've been listening to this year.
That album, I've been listening to that album was sick as
Young
Thug.
Thug.
Where your ears are at.
Beautiful Thugger Girls. Everybody should go listen to that. If you
feel like a beautiful thugger girl when you listen to that joint?
Don't play with me, dog.
Okay.
So so what would you swap out? What would you replace with that album?
Replace with that album?
Because it has to be an album that came out in 2018.
Yeah, I would just have to bring back my honorable mention, KOD.
Okay.
Just put that.
Swap it out then.
Swap it into number 4.
All right.
Yeah. So my 3rd one is gonna be Mick Mill with the fucking championships.
Hard album.
That album was hard as fuck.
On the low, he only went to the playoffs with that album. But continue.
Still hard as
fuck.
fuck.
But he went hard. He went far. He went far in the playoffs.
Really
he
far.
Went far in the playoffs.
Yeah, because Jay-Z won him that game, though. But continue.
Don't say that.
Fam, that's just
That's
one
the-
song.
That's the
The
trap
man
door.
had some sick-ass samples
Listen,
on that
Who
album.
doesn't know those?
That was
His
the trap.
best song on that album was
No.
Uptown Funk or so. Uptown
No, with
something.
Fabulous?
With Fabulous.
That's not his best song.
That was
That's
one of
not
the
his
best, but that was one of the most latest song.
No.
Oh,
Are you
my
serious
goodness.
with me?
No. I'm serious with you, dog.
You guys
You have
serious with
Trauma. You have
Trauma was lit.
You have Cold-Hearted 2.
Cold-Hearted 2 was
Even
lit
What's
too.
Free. What's Free is a banger
What's
too.
Free was a banger. What's Free was a banger, but I feel like personally, I dig Meek Mill, but I feel like Jay-Z's verse on that album killed like
The whole track, right?
Every single verse he had
That's what
on
a lot
that.
of niggas
Can we
are
all
saying.
agree Rick Ross had the worst verse on there?
Why? Just because
Why?
he dissed your boy 6ix9ine?
The fuck you talking?
No, because he started off talking about some shit I didn't even care about.
What you talking about? Like, yo,
Well, before we get into
You walked
before
right
we
into
get
that
into
door.
that,
That
finish-
was
finish
the.
your
I
list.
told you it was a trap door, and you walked right in.
what you talking about?
Okay, you didn't listen to the AKA. Continue.
Okay, I'm gonna just drop that shit. I'm behind, man.
Finish
Okay,
your list.
so
Finish your
second,
list.
I'm gonna go with my man 21 Savage, which is the latest
21,
album.
21.
I was
I'm 29, Savage.
greater than I am. Yo, you guys gotta go listen to that album, 4L Gang. Man, that shit was lit. Yo, he's a rapper. He's a straight up rapper. Nobody can say shit about him being a mumble rapper. It's not like he's a rapper. Listen to the bars in 4L.
I know they diss niggas and call them mumble rappers, but yo, 21 really sound like he mumbles though.
Listen
does,
to his
but you
album.
don't know. Am I
Listen
not
to his
the only one?
album.
No, you're not the only one.
Okay,
but,
thank you,
Yo,
thank you.
I will give him the most improved trophy.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know what
okay,
I'm
he
saying?
can get
'Cause
that. He can get that.
Because when I first heard his song, like his earliest stuff, bro, it wasn't really hitting me. But like as I heard more and more, like as he was dropping more songs, like he got better. He got better. Know what I mean? Like that song with him and Post Malone. That like I feel
Rockstar.
like Rockstar. I felt like he brought his A game on that song. Well, for me, this is just my personal opinion. That song made me feel like, all right, this nigga's sharpening the sword a little bit.
Yeah.
Sharpening
I
the
can't
sword
fuck
a
with
little
Post
bit.
Malone. I'm sorry.
Nah, we're just talking about the
And,
features.
and no, no,
Yeah,
and,
that's
and,
true.
and
Just
I'm
talking
not
about the
shitting on his skills, by the way,
Yeah.
because I heard Post Malone singing with Justin Bieber, and I didn't know the nigga can keep up and sing, because Justin Bieber to me is dope.
Yeah,
So I didn't know Post Malone could keep up with him. I'm not shitting on his skills.
As a creative artist.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on his skills. I'm just shitting on him as a person. That's all.
As a person.
Yeah, yeah.
How would you say that?
The nigga, remember he had that shit where he said, "Oh, if you want to listen to some good shit, don't listen to hip hop, or if you want to feel something, don't listen to it." Like, nigga, shut up, bro. Shut up.
Okay.
But continue.
I'm just going with my number one.
What's number one?
The honor goes to, many people might say it's a fucking mumble rapper, but like he has bars, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh man.
Kodak Black with the album. Would you believe that I do not know the name of that album?
And it's,
I know
it's number one.
it's my number one album. I know every single song on that album.
But the
but
name of it.
I don't know the name of the album.
But yo, that's what is it called, Filmer?
Testimony is a song on that. Also, the album's name. Oh, it just happened that my best song on that album happens to be the name of the album.
But
Testimony.
yo, that song ZZ is so shit.
Oh.
That song ZZ is so shit, bro.
Shit.
How you feel about that?
Oh shit.
How you feel about that? That's your favorite
Come on,
album right
bro.
now. How you
Shit.
feel?
Oh
That
shit.
song ZZ, come on,
The
fam.
Hold
nigga,
up, hold
the
up.
nigga said he'd rather listen to Fergie sing the fucking
If
national
this was
anthem.
Wardy telling me
I
that,
didn't say that. It's your boy Worthy.
like if this
But
was
yo,
Wardy,
out of all the mumble rappers,
Yeah.
I would say that Kodak is one of the lyricists in that group.
his bars
He has
is
bars.
the
No, he has
killest.
bars, and I fuck with Kodak. But
that is-
that
Just a-
song ZZ.
What do you mean by
is a
that?
piece of trash.
What
Just
do you
a
mean by
question.
that?
Just
By
a
what?
question.
Hold up.
What?
What do you mean by ZZ is a bad track? What do you mean by that?
The hook, he's off beat with
Pulling
the
my
chorus.
niggas on God.
Yeah, he's
Looking
off
like I
beat.
still do fine.
And the
Flying
it's
private
not even
jet.
catchy to me. Like a hook, a chorus, supposed to be the catchiest part out of the song. It's not catchy to me.
You know what I would say?
I feel like everybody likes the song because of the beat, but like
You know what I would say?
we gotta go back to the song structure, bro.
Yeah.
The hook, it doesn't rub me the right way, dog. No homo, but like
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with the hook. The hook's not catchy to me.
Yeah. You know what I would say? I would support you on that. And Kodak would support you on that. Because if you know what he did, he dropped the instrumental before the song. his concerts immediately got out of jail. After all his performance, he hit the beat. The beat, because he did a viral video with the beat. The beat was popping. Everybody was feeling that beat. Then he, on his concert, he did a full instrumental at the end of it. So he was trying to promote the beat, but at the end of it, his plan worked, because you should know that this artist are also fucking businessmen. They're trying to get money still. At the end, that song sold.
That's
a lot
another
of
rapper. Like, yo, if he really wants to rap, he can rap.
shit. He can rap. You're right.
Like, you know.
Yeah, but so wait, you're saying that he doesn't choose to rap then? Like, he chooses at times to go in and at times he doesn't? Because
Yeah,
every
I feel
song
like
I hear Kodak on, he bodies.
No, I feel like he doesn't always bring his A game. Doesn't always bring his A game.
I feel like he wasn't put in as much work as before. Before, he was too into the streets to put in much work into music. But if you listen to his album, it could actually tell you how much work he put into it, because every single song on that album touched me. And it touched Diddy personally, because was it Diddy or Jay-Z had to comment on it? It was Drake, your favorite artist. Drake told him that album touches him. That album was lit from the first song to the last song. Everything was A+.
You guys are forgetting Drake's the one who put Kodak Black on, so
He
whatever.
was?
Yeah.
No way.
What was the first song that got him popping? Was it not the song where he's in the
Tunnel
video?
Vision.
No, what, Tunnel Vision. He was popping way before Tunnel Vision.
Well, I heard him from Tunnel
But what
Vision.
about No Flocking?
No Flocking. Who played that on their website? Drake. That's what I'm trying to say. Yo,
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
popping
saying
before
Block
that.
Boy was popping before Drake got on the record. Of course Block Boy was popping. You never heard of him. You're not from his neighborhood. You're not from his community. All right. Drake got fucking Kendrick Lamar popping.
You serious?
What?
You see
My
what I'm
God.
saying? You know how many white people first heard of Kendrick Lamar because of Drake?
Nah.
Who is this
man.
Now
white
when
people?
we
Stop
now when
this,
we say
stop this,
popping,
stop
hold on.
this,
stop
When we
this,
say
stop this,
popping,
stop
when we
this,
say
stop
popping,
this.
does that not mean the
Stop
circle
this.
outside of the circle you're selling?
Yes, it
right?
means the circle outside
So
of the
what
circle,
does it
but
mean
that was,
when what does it mean for an artist to put you on their album
hold
and
on,
put you
so
on
hold
their
on, so
tour?
What are you
Does that not
saying?
mean you
So
get
hold on,
popping?
So hold on,
Yo,
so hold on.
that is
First of all, what songs does Kendrick
Buried
have with
Alive
Kendrick
was
Lamar's-
on Drake's album. That's how everybody heard of Kendrick Lamar.
That is
Who
like,
was
who
it?
is this everybody you talking about?
White people, the
Hold on,
people
hold on,
outside of his
hold on, let me
circle,
ask you this.
fam.
Hold on, let me
People,
ask
dog.
you this, Worthy. So you're saying before his feature with Drake, Kendrick Lamar didn't have any white fans?
No, not white fans. No. He had all kinds of fans. He's in L.A. He has all kinds of fans.
Exactly.
But
LA,
this is what I'm
and
trying to.
he has a super.
But he's not popping.
No,
like
but
popping. What does popping mean?
No,
popping
popping
doesn't
means
mean
just
you're selling
popping.
100
hold on.
tickets
But hold
or
on.
even 10,000.
Yo,
Like-
do you know
No,
how
but he
I
was selling
know?
out arenas. He was
No,
selling
he
out
was,
arenas.
that's not true.
saying,
That's not true. That's not
You
true.
know, you have
That's
a-
not
hold
true.
on.
He
When
was
you
not
have a-
selling out
when
arenas because he
when
wasn't
you-
getting booked for arenas.
Nah,
so that's
fam,
not
when
even
you have
true.
a machine like Dr. Dre and Interscope.
You know, Irving
behind
Plaza
you,
is not an arena, right? And Irving Plaza can hold about 4,000 people. If you sell out 4,000 people, that's not an arena. I'm
bro.
just
When
saying.
you have
You
a
can't say an
machine
artist
like
is
Dr. Dre and Interscope, Aftermath behind you.
you're destined to fail.
You're not destined to fail.
There's only like
bro.
5 artists who've come out of that.
Yo, let me tell you guys something,
Bro, but
like before,
some of rap's,
We have two
hold on,
different
hold on, but some of
definitions of
rap's,
what poppin'
but
is.
some of rap's biggest names came out of that camp. Aftermath and Interscope.
Who?
Eminem, 50.
It stops there.
Kendrick.
Okay, stop. Well, Kendrick now, yeah, of course,
but
Kendrick.
hold on though. But hold on. Kendrick Lamar was popping before he had a deal. Yes or no?
No, but
Yes,
Not
no,
that much.
I'm asking
He
you.
was popping.
He was
before
popping,
did,
but not
take
that
this
much.
in.
Not
There's
that
a
much.
difference,
Then
you
that
know.
means he's not
You went
popping. You gotta-
mainstream.
you
You
put-
went
know what I heard?
mainstream.
That's my point.
You went mainstream.
That's- you know
after
what
he
I
signed
heard?
That's
that
what I
deal with
mean when
Dr.
I
Dre.
say the white people, the mainstream.
What
And
you
he
mean?
got that by signing with Dr. Dre, not making a song
That is
with
not true.
Drake.
That is not true.
What are you saying?
That
you
is
know
not
what's from
true.
LA.
Look, I'm from
There's a lot
Nigeria,
of white
right?
people
Look,
in LA.
I'm from Nigeria, right?
Los
The man
Angeles?
said, "If Dr. Dre gave me a handout, I'm gonna take his wrist and break it."
Break it.
That doesn't. That right there lets you know Dre did not do nothing for Top Dog and fucking
You know what?
Kendrick
But
Lamar.
that's just a bar, but
No,
realistically,
that's
nah, fam,
no.
come on.
Do we have a Kendrick Lamar
Okay, I'ma
fan
give
in
you
the
this. I'm
room?
gonna give you this. Look,
Fillmore.
Hold on.
Fillmore.
The Camp TDE.
Kendrick Lamar's been popping since fucking Kendrick Lamar the EP. Yes or no? No. I'm asking. Kendrick Lamar EP, was he popping? Only in Compton,
No,
you
but
would
hold
say,
up.
right?
All right. So, yo, he comes out of TDE, top top dog entertainment, right? You have hold on. Let me finish my point. So not only do you have Kendrick Lamar, you have Absol, you have Schoolboy Q, and you have J Rock, right? Now you have Isaiah Rashad, and you have what's that girl's name? SZA. All right, but each fucking member is signed to a different label, right? Kendrick Lamar, right? Back in the day, J-Rock was considered the biggest star out of that camp, TDE. But since Kendrick Lamar signed to Aftermath / Interscope, he has a bigger push when it comes to marketing, promotions, everything. On that fucking championship tour, the lineup, who has the biggest font in their name? Kendrick Lamar has the biggest font in his name, bro. Bold letters.
Yo. 2010.
So even though he said, yo,
2010,
hold on, let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
Even though the man said, yo, if Dr. Dre gives me a handout, I'm a rip his arm and break him.
I'm gonna take his wrist and break it.
Yeah. All right. I didn't memorize the.
I don't hear that. I didn't hear that before.
No, what song is that? It was off of Freestyle. But
no, but it's off of Section 80.
Section 80.
It's Spiteful. No,
it wasn't Spiteful Chant.
What's it called?
Spiteful Chant?
No, the track. What's that track called where he says, if Dre give me a handout, I'm going to take it. See, I know Kendrick, fam. Yeah. I know Kendrick. I studied fucking
you know what?
OD.
I want to hear your album list.
Hold on. Let me finish my point, though. I don't have that bar memorized, but still, I have a valid point.
Yeah.
Right? So out of that whole camp, right? Kendrick Lamar is signed to a bigger label. He has a bigger backing behind him. So which means he has a bigger budget. So when it comes to marketing and promotions, he gets the bigger push. That's why you see his face on every fucking TV screen. He gets the fucking.
So why doesn't Boogie get a push and he signed to Interscope, and he signed to Dr. Dre? Why doesn't Boogie get that push?
Boogie signed to Aftermath?
No,
Boogie's not signed to Aftermath.
Just that. He's not signed to Aftermath.
That's what I'm trying to say. So like, yo, even though the man said, yo, if Dr. Dre gives me a handout,
yo, my point is this.
He's still getting backing from Dr. Dre.
My point is this. I listen to underground hip hop, so I'm gonna know who's popping before they get the label. And we all know artists are popping before they get to the label. The label doesn't make them popping. The label makes them mainstream, right?
Exactly.
So my argument earlier
once you
was
become
that
mainstream, what happens? You get a bigger white fan base.
That was my whole thing. Kendrick got that being on Drake's album is what I was trying to say.
So you're telling me now that Drake
the same way ASAP Rocky got it being on tour with Drake.
You're saying that Drake was the one that brought up Kendrick. Is that what you're saying?
Drake's done a lot for a lot of niggas.
But do you say he's the one that brought up Kendrick?
New artists.
Why would you like, yo? I think I need to hear the list of like. I don't even understand what you're talking about.
He doesn't switch sides, go on different teams, bro.
Yo.
Because the other team has a bigger roster.
I first heard about Party Next Door because Drake decided to play him.
Party Next Door is signed to OVO.
He was not signed at the time. Stop. I first heard of Party Next Door in 2012.
Nice.
Why? Because Drake decided to play him on the OVO website.
Okay.
Right? Where a lot of music he brings out a lot of new artists and plays their shit on there. Georgia Smith.
But
I never heard of her
signed.
until
But that was before he was signed though.
That's my point. But that's my point though.
But Kendrick Lamar was already signed to a huge label when he did that song with Drake.
So you want to compare
when did Kendrick Lamar get signed to Dr. Dre?
I would say
what year? Because Good Kid. No, not true at all.
What year? Yo, Fillmore, can you search that up for us?
Fillmore, you should know right off top. And what year was Drake?
I'm so close. You're acting like I'm 5 years.
No, but there's a whole. But 2010 and 2012 for Kendrick Lamar, that's like 5 years apart.
No, but you talking about in terms of his
that's
work
three.
ethic.
Yeah, that's 3 different projects. 2010 Fillmore. 2010 was Kendrick Lamar EP. 2011 is OD.
Overly dedicated. That was a sick fucking.
Kendrick Lamar EP's 09. OD is 2010, sorry. And then Section 80 is 2011, and The Good Kid, Mad City is 2012. Look at that. Kendrick Lamar got popping when? To me, he's been popping in Compton in his circle. Because look, Dr. Dre didn't know who this kid was, and he was selling out places.
Wasn't him alone though.
Yes, it was him alone. No,
it was the whole camp TDE.
Fam, people were backpacking and going to go see that nigga in Compton rap.
It wasn't just Kendrick Lamar though. It was the whole camp TDE. They went to go see Schoolboy Q,
Fam,
J-Rock. Like
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre told a story.
J-Rock was the face of TDE.
He was the main person in TDE.
Yeah, J-Rock.
But like, backtrack.
He was the first one to get signed to a major label. Remember, he got signed to Cash Money.
Backtrack to the major conversation.
Back in the day.
Backtrack to the major conversation when you were saying that Drake.
J-Rock got popping this year. J-Rock got popping this year.
What are you saying? This is the time you start listening to him.
No, I've been listening to J-Rock since 09.
Then how did it stop popping this year?
J-Rock was popping before 09. J-Rock was signed to Cash Money, bro.
Yo, being signed to a label don't mean you're popping.
No, he was popping.
But how do you get signed to a label? But hold on, because you just said it earlier, though.
You get popping, but getting signed to a label doesn't make you popping is what I'm saying. You have a little bit of buzz. I'm saying this. When Kendrick Lamar put out Section 80, still, majority of people did not know who the fuck he was.
Who is this majority you're talking about?
The mainstream, the people who are streaming his album and shit like that. People don't know who he is still.
So when he
got on Drake's album, that's what I'm saying. LA was familiar with Kendrick Lamar throughout from 2009 to 2011. When he gets on Drake's album and Drake's album drops the end of the year, in 2011, everybody.
He does that.
Every time
if you guys are gonna tell me Drake don't put on a lot of these artists,
we know he puts up a lot of artists, but not Kendrick.
Exactly. He didn't.
He didn't put on Kendrick. He made him more famous. That's the only thing.
That's just what you're saying. What you're saying. He didn't make him more famous, dog. Kendrick was a man of his own. He came out on his own, dog.
So you guys are telling me being on Drake's album doesn't make an artist more famous?
But not Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar.
God damn.
Wait, how does it not? Just how do the numbers not translate to being more famous though?
Come on, fam. Kendrick Lamar and Drake are competing. They're competitors.
No, they're not. They're not in the same. No, that's like saying Jay-Z and Nas are competing when Jay-Z had an album that come out 4 years after Nas. That's not competing.
No, that's different.
How's that different?
On the same
if
level.
you drop an album this year and I drop an album 4 years, we're not competing.
How do you look at Drake right now?
You're 3 years into the game.
How do you look at Drake and Kendrick?
Because, yo, once you enter this game, you're competing with everyone.
So Nas is still competing with Kendrick Lamar.
If you claim yourself as an artist, you're a competitor.
I think we're getting too far from this.
We're not
All I'm saying is this. I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar way before he was on a Drake album. It reached me because I listened to underground shit. I heard Kendrick. The very first time I ever heard Kendrick Lamar, I never knew who he was. It was on Smoke DZA. You guys probably don't know Smoke DZA.
I know Smoke.
You fuck with Smoke DZA.
Bro, come on.
I listen to. I'm a Smoke DZA fan. Right? Still listen to his shit that he dropped last year. Don't Smoke Rock. Shout out to Pete Rock and that album's alright. But what I'm saying is this though. What I'm saying is this. When a nigga is at the top of his game, and you jump on his album, you're getting more fans. If you're disagreeing with me, then we
No, I agree on that.
Right?
But that's not the case with Kendrick Lamar.
So you're saying you agree, but you don't agree. That's what you're saying.
No, I agree on the fact that, yo,
did Lil Wayne put Drake on?
So wait,
did Lil Wayne?
Wait, hold on.
How?
No, but how? Are you telling me?
Because I'm gonna agree with you. No, I agree with you. But that's my same argument, though.
Hold on. Let's hold on.
That's my same argument.
Let's just.
It's a different thing.
Let's go through the facts. Let's go through the facts. Let's figure out what we all agree on.
Okay.
We all agree on the fact that a bigger artist
puts you on their album.
You
get more fans. Right?
It depends on how big, though.
How can? No.
It depends on how big. You can tell me, Meek Mill put Jay-Z on his stuff. That makes Meek Mill more famous.
No, but Jay-Z will be considered as the bigger artist than Meek Mill.
Yeah, okay, then, who'll be considered as a bigger artist, but does that mean that because Jay-Z was on it, means that Meek Mill's stars go up? Does that make it?
No. You're saying something different.
Take another one. Travis and Gunna. Travis put Gunna on his album. Did that make Gunna's credibility go up, or Gunna was already up?
Yes, that's a better example.
You answer that, because I don't even know who Gunna is.
Gunna was already up.
You don't know who? Hold on.
I mean, I know he is. I don't know his music, is what I'm saying.
Okay, but that's a better example. Yes.
It's the same thing with Kendrick at that time and Drake. Kendrick was already popping. He was just on Drake's album, but he was already popping. So you can tell me that Drake put him on.
And it wasn't like, hold on. It wasn't like Drake put Kendrick on the song for the purposes of helping him increase his fan base. He did it out of respect, because they both respect each other as rappers, as MCs. So that's what happened. Just like when Big Sean got Kendrick Lamar to hop on Control, right? And that's a great segue. Exactly. You're laughing because you see where I'm going. You see where I'm going. Hold on. You see where I'm going? Because that's a great segue. All right. So Control. Everybody remembers Control, right?
Yeah.
No, actually. We remember that Kendrick Lamar said he's king of New York. Nobody remembers nothing of that record.
I remember Control.
Go ahead.
That's still part of Control, though. That's still part of Control. So anyways, Big Sean, who came out first? Big Sean came out before Kendrick Lamar. So it wasn't like, yo, Big Sean got Kendrick Lamar to hop on the song because he was trying to help out the nigga, because he was going to benefit. Nah, it was out of respect because they both respect each other as MCs, as lyricists.
What year is that song again?
Wait, Big Sean came out before
2012 or 2013.
So that's after a nigga already puts out his debut album.
Of course.
But that's the difference, though. If a nigga doesn't have an album out and you
okay,
put him
going
on
back
your
to
album, that's different versus a nigga who already has an album out and has been in the game and you put him on his album.
This
yes
feature,
or no?
Hold on, bro. This feature with Drake, right? When did it come out? Did it come out after Good Kid, Mad City? Or
Wait. So which one are we talking about right now?
Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
The Control? Sorry.
No,
what?
Kendrick Lamar and Drake. We're going
Buried
back to
Alive. Yeah, Buried Alive. Came out 2011. It came out before Good Kid. A whole 8 months before Good Kid.
Okay.
Before anybody knew before anybody knew really who Kendrick Lamar was. Because I'll tell you right now, when Section 80 came out, that was not guaranteed to sell platinum. It was not.
Nah, it's a mixtape.
It's a mixtape, dog.
Oh my goodness.
Just okay.
Fam, bro.
So now mixtapes don't sell platinum is what you're gonna tell me?
No, we're not saying that they don't sell platinum.
But that's my whole point, though, is what I'm trying to say. When a nigga comes out and he doesn't have the biggest push that he had, like when I say poppin', we had to kind of disagree and get back to what we're saying.
Too much credit.
How is it too much credit for one person?
Because like you're talking about Kendrick Lamar. That's the reason why it's too much credit.
Yo, fam, I'm trying to agree with. Let me agree with you guys here. Yes, he did. You just told me that we can agree a bigger artist putting on an artist gives them more fans.
And I just told you that it depends on how big the artist is, how the space between them, the space between them.
He doesn't have an album out.
But that doesn't create space. The Gunna had an album, but nobody worked with Gunna's album, even when
but
like
you see,
Travis Scott dropped
but that's different though. If he doesn't have an album out, you're not even in the circle of guys. Like an artist like Stack Bundles never got to put out an album, so he doesn't even get to be compared to niggas who has an album.
Hold up, Lil Pump.
Yeah, but they're not albums though. Album is different from a body of work.
Does Lil Pump have an album? Lil Pump.
Hold on.
Does Lil Pump have an album? Just answer that.
Hold on.
Lil Pump?
Lil Pump, does he have an album?
I don't know. I don't listen to Pump.
You don't know, right? But can you put him on?
So you wouldn't consider a mixtape a body of work?
Sorry? No, I don't.
Because you said the album's a body of work, so you wouldn't consider a mixtape a body of work?
Of course, yes. But where's the barcode?
What do you mean barcode?
Is there a physical copy? Remember, this is 2012. Is there a physical copy? No. Now there probably is. Like 50 Cent, he has mixtapes now, G-Unit mixtapes now that you can go buy at Walmart. I actually went and seen a fucking Forever King. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have an album, you can't be compared to a. If you don't have an album, you can't be compared to a nigga.
Just because it's not a physical copy.
No, not a physical. No. Different times now. We're talking about 2012. That's why I said physical copy. Because in 2012, it was more to get the physical copy than the streams. Because we didn't all have Apple Music back then. Is what I'm trying to say. We're talking at a different time. You don't need a physical copy. However, you still need an album. You still need an album.
Bro,
you can put out an EP. No, they're not all the same. They're not.
I'm not saying they're the same, but
I agree.
They're all,
of course, they're bodies of work. You can put out 3 songs and call it a body of work. What I'm saying is, an album is different from everything else. Why? Because an album is the shit that goes to
commercial.
No, because
it's mainstream.
No. An album is what gets you on the award shows. That's the only difference. You can't win a fucking thing with a mixtape.
It's not. An album is not the only thing that gets you on an award show. A single can get you there.
That's not a body of work. A single is not a body of work.
What do you mean?
How is one song a body of work?
Yeah, it's not a body of work.
That's not a body of work.
It's like a part. It's like a part, like the hand of the work, huh? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, basically.
Like the hand, but what?
A finger out of
if
the
you
whole
don't,
body.
if you don't have an album, you can't.
Collection.
If you don't have an album, you can't be album of the year. They don't say mixtape of the year. They don't say body work of the year. They say album. It means it has to be a studio album. That's what it has to be.
Okay, so
now when an artist doesn't have a studio album, you can't compare him to a nigga who does. You can't. There's no comparing them. There's no comparing them. I don't care how many projects you put out. Put out an album.
And
Jay Mills puts out, one of my favorite rappers, puts out 16 mixtapes. No fucking album.
And wait, hold on. Let me say something. So what you're telling me right now is that if you don't put on an album, that means you can be taken to that standard with the main artist.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, because Andre 3000 does not have an album.
Who makes this choice? Like, who makes this decision that if you don't do that, you're not among the top?
Who makes this choice?
Who said it?
Who makes these choices?
Who said it?
The person who's listening to the music. It's up to them to decide. Because as the crowd, the audience, we decide what's good. We decide what's bad. We decide who's hot. We decide who's popping. The Grammys and all them other bullshit, they get it wrong all the fucking time. So we're not looking to them for them to say blah, 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 whatever. Kendrick Lamar lost Good Kid, Mad City to the fucking white guy.
Wasn't
Macklemore. We all know Kendrick should have won, right? But they gave it to my guy, whatever. That's their standards. Yeah. That's not our standards.
Yeah, the majority of the judges are white.
Me personally, Section 80 to me is an album. OD is an album. Max B's shit, original music, those are albums to me.
Like you said.
However, it's not considered an album.
So hold up here.
To the RIA, to the sound, the Nelson, the Billboard. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if we're gonna use arguments with the sound scan and those billboards and shit, and then at the same time try to use our own argument, no. We need to decide what is it gonna be. So when I say to you, Kendrick Lamar is popping in his city. Probably, of course, he has fans like in Utah, like, you know what I'm saying. Of course, he's gonna have fans around the world, but mainly in his city is what I'm trying to say, right? And then he gets on without no album, gets on a Drake album. Drake album at this time in 2011 is getting spins around the world. Yeah. That's when people around the world are like, who is this Kendrick Lamar kid? Then they find out about Section 8. They go back and listen to Section 80. Because
he wouldn't be just known in his city if guys like Drake from Canada are making songs with him.
But Blaze, I just said, of course, he has fans outside, but he's more known in his city. I already said that.
Everybody, like, when you start,
you don't have fans only where you're from. Like, come on, we're not doing that.
When you're starting up, where do you build from? Do you build from outside in? You build from inside out. When you're starting up, you build from inside out.
What are you? So yeah, what are you
if
point?
I'm selling something, who do I sell it to first?
The people closest.
People closest to me. Yeah. So obviously, in my city, I would pop first before popping over there. Is that right or not?
But it's not the case for everybody though.
Who is not the case?
Tory Lanez.
What do you mean?
He didn't pop off in Toronto first.
He went to, where did he go to?
He went to the States.
Exactly.
He went to the States. So where was he at that time when he popped off?
But he was making music from here as a Canadian artist. Like, what are you talking about?
He was making music for me as a Canadian artist, but the songs were not popping.
Exactly, until he moved.
Yeah, then he created songs that was popping and started building it from inside out.
But you're saying that you can't move your inside.
Yo, let's not forget.
If where you're from is where you're from.
Where you at, where you do your stuff, where you base that.
Nah, but you see, if that's the case, every rapper built from Atlanta. In the last 5 years. That's not fair to say then. You can move your inside. If Blaze right now goes to Atlanta and makes one record and that record takes off, now what? He's building from the inside from Atlanta?
It depends
when
on where
he's been here.
It depends on where it takes place from. Like in that year, at that time they didn't have all this stuff. So it came from inside out. But now that everybody has the output stuff and you can build from anywhere. It doesn't matter.
When you become mainstream to me.
One thing we all have to remember is that year that Drake and Kendrick Lamar did that feature, that collaboration. Remember, Drake wasn't as this big, huge superstar that he is now back then, right? So you keep on saying that, if a bigger artist, hold on, let me finish my point. If a bigger artist puts you on his track, you're getting the benefit. He's basically helping you to increase your fan base. Back then, when they did this collaboration, Drake wasn't this huge superstar that he is now, right? You're almost like...
I agree with you. I agree with you. Because every year, you should get bigger.
Every year should get bigger.
So if we're going back in years, you're never going to be as big as you are today.
But that's on you, though.
No, but can you agree? You can agree with that, though, right? Every year you get bigger.
every year you get bigger. But that's
So that means technically you can never. That means you're always going to be bigger than you were last year.
But still,
right?
homie, but still, and that's why.
Let's not forget when Drake did that album. That album was #1. Let's not forget that time he had more hits than the Beatles already. So we can't say that he wasn't big when he clearly was the biggest nigga in the game. Do you remember that song, I'm on one?
No.
I remember that song.
Was that not the biggest song of the summer?
It was.
Who wrote it? You want to know who? You know who put it together? Not DJ Khaled. That was Drake's song he gave to DJ Khaled.
So why was that big? Why was that biggest? Why was that song the biggest song of that summer? It wasn't only just because of Drake. You had mega superstars on that song. Rick Ross, French Montana.
You're forgetting what came out in 2011, man.
What happened?
You're forgetting all the music and who was dropping in 2011.
A lot of great
Rick
music.
Ross was popping.
Exactly.
He was popping. However, Rick Ross is not a he's not a big artist though.
But that year, Rick Ross was a bigger artist than Drake.
You need to know that
No. If Rick Ross is a big artist, he would have went gold in his first week. What's a big artist?
At that time, he was.
Hold on. If you're an artist and you drop and you don't go gold, are you a big artist? Not in your first week. I'm just saying, if you can't sell gold, are you? I'm asking a question. Well, fuck the year. If you drop an album and you can't go gold, are you a big artist? Yes or no? Yeah, I'm asking because we don't know what is a big artist. Explain to me what a big artist. What is a big artist?
Let me ask you a question. Do you?
No, I'm not answering.
I want to ask you a question.
I need to know what a big artist is first.
Okay, yeah, he has to sell some more. So would you say that Lil Pump is a big artist?
I don't know what he sells. No, to me, no. I'm not in
his.
So I'm asking. What is a big artist? What is a big artist to you?
Give a man way too much credit.
What is a big artist?
That year, Rick Ross was doing way more numbers than Drake.
That is not. He'd never. What numbers exactly? Explain. More. What numbers? Singles.
Yo, Fillmore. Yo, put up the stats, dog. Put up the stats, dog.
What artist ever did more numbers than? You're forgetting Kendrick Lamar just got his first #1 last year. Did you know that?
So hold on. So you're saying that Rick Ross didn't have a bigger buzz than Drake that year when I'm On One came out?
Rick Ross is not a big artist, my nigga.
No, we're not talking about right now. We're talking about that year.
BMF, he's not a big artist.
But when you say that, you're making it sound like overall. Like, we're talking about that year
alone. Fam, if your album drops, fuck the year. I don't care. I don't care because he needed Drake for those hits too. Aston Martin Music had Drake on it. That was what? Right. That was 2011. The same year. That was Drake's song. What do you mean? Listen.
So much credit out.
Fillmore. Didn't even go gold. So this is what I'm saying to you. What is a big artist?
What album did Drake release that year?
Take Care, his best album. What are you talking? He introduced us to The Weeknd. Did he get The Weeknd popping?
Right? So more than 200.
I didn't know The Weeknd from Drake though.
You still give your man way too much credit.
It depends on who fucks with him.
Let's go back to our point though. Hold on. Let's go back to the first point.
You guys can't tell me what a big artist is.
Drake.
You guys got to misconstrue.
Let's go back to the first point.
You guys want to say a big artist, but the big artist can't even go gold. How big is he then? Like I really want to know. Like if you say you're a big artist and I sell more than you, and I didn't even go platinum, how are you a big artist? That's my question. Like, what's a big artist?
People know you more. Popularity.
Let's go back to
popularity makes you a big artist.
Drake was the biggest artist since he dropped. Then
popularity. Then I think he was the bigger artist.
You give him out way too
but
much
it's
credit.
way too much credit for you to say that he brought up Kendrick Lamar.
Did he bring
out The Weeknd?
Let's go back to that.
I don't know about The Weeknd.
Did he bring out The Weeknd?
Yes, he did.
I don't fuck with The Weeknd.
Yes, he did.
Is The Weeknd a bigger artist than Kendrick Lamar?
No.
Right now to this day.
Wait.
That's debatable.
That's
debatable,
right?
Okay.
That's debatable.
And just so you guys didn't know.
With that discussion, because with that debate, you can say The Weeknd has more white fans than Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, that's true.
Because why? He's an R&B singer.
He sings.
He sings to the bitches.
He sings, dog.
And you can also say he has more female fans than Kendrick Lamar because he's an R&B singer.
R&B singer. And you have to know that.
The fact that he's dating, what's her name? Gigi's fucking sister, that model. She's a white girl. That helped elevate his fucking career too.
And you gotta know that fact that he brought out
that's a different scenario.
Weeknd was a good artist.
If I'm an artist, if I'm a huge artist and I take you on tour, and after that you end up selling millions, and before you didn't, Do you accredit me with anything?
Yo,
yes
yo,
or no?
Yeah, for bringing me out to shine. I have the talent.
You still
if
have
you
to,
was
of course
whack,
you still have to put in the work. That's
Yeah.
the whole point of why you bust.
Before I answer,
but I'm giving you a look. Yes or no?
Before I answer your
yeah,
question,
an outside look.
Before,
Depends on how small I am. If
Hold
I'm
up, hold
extremely small and you're big, you're taking me up from my very small stage to
Hold
a
up.
big stage.
Hold
But
up.
if I'm bigger, you cannot take me to a bigger stage because
Check me out,
it
check
takes
me
Bigger
out.
time with
artists
that.
don't sign to a smaller artist to go under them on their tour. First of all, that doesn't happen.
I'm not talking about tour. I'm just talking about featuring on the album.
So what about
No,
Mobb
no,
Deep
no,
and
I'm sorry.
G-Unit?
Mobb Deep was not bigger than G Unit at that time. G Unit was the biggest thing in the world.
But they came out before G-Unit, bro.
They all went platinum. They
All right.
all went platinum.
But let me go back to my point though. Before I answer your question, right? With Drake and The Weeknd, that scenario. The reason why The Weeknd benefited off of Drake is because The Weeknd handed songs to Drake. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could take this song, you can add it to your album, and then Drake would give The Weeknd credit, right? And at the same time, I think it was like The Weeknd will put out music, and Drake will have the songs on his albums, something like that. I'm not really
With The Weeknd vote for Drake.
I don't have too much knowledge on that, but that's the reason why The Weeknd benefited off of Drake. Because The Weeknd would hand off songs to Drake, and Drake will give credit to The Weeknd, right? And also, The Weeknd, he's a writer. So I'm sure there were songs that The Weeknd wrote for Drake.
Many of them, yeah.
Not true at all.
Not.
No, not
Yo,
true that he wrote
is-
many.
yo,
Like on the,
is-
me and
it's
Fillmore did this.
okay,
We went
though,
through
like-
Take Care.
But he wrote songs for Drake.
No, he didn't write them for Drake. There were songs that he gave to Drake. Drake still went in and did his thing. Like Crew Love, the first song was a single for the album that's featuring The Weeknd. He didn't
But what
write
did that
nothing
do? But
for
what did that
Drake.
do?
He
That
didn't write
elevated his
nothing.
career.
Elevated
That-
whose career?
The Weeknd.
Because of Drake, right?
Because of Drake, but that's a different
So
scenario.
so
Hold
we
up,
can
that's
just
a different
agree.
scenario
We
with
can just
Kendrick
agree
Lamar.
that we can just agree that Drake put on The Weeknd. Yes
yeah,
or no?
we agreed already.
We already
Can we
already
agree? Oh, okay, all right. Now, with that being said, The Weeknd is a big artist, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we could say that Drake puts on big artists, right? We can agree to that, right? The problem here is you guys disagree with Kendrick Lamar.
Nah, I wouldn't
I
say
don't
he
agree
puts
to
on
that.
big artists. He
Black
puts on
boy,
artists.
Black boy. You know, after that
Was
song
that a
with-
number one song? Yes or no?
Hold up.
You guys know?
Listen, look.
Go ahead.
Why did you say that Weeknd was a big artist? Wasn't it because the fact that he has been coming with good songs and he is still popping up to date? Is that what makes him a big artist? Is it one record he dropped back in 2015 that makes him a big artist?
Yeah, that's right.
No, he has been popping ever since.
No,
right?
no. To your first thing that you just said. Yeah,
he's
that's
been popping
right.
ever since. Black Boy, he came out with that song with Drake. What's the name of that song again? I don't know the name of that song.
Doesn't matter.
That song, he came out with Drake. He popped. That song was number one, right? He was popping. But after that song, where did he go to? Where did he go back to? He went back to where he was before. He wasn't Look alive. He wasn't as big as an artist or as good as an artist as Weeknd, because Weeknd is still popping from the time that Drake gave him a spotlight.
Look. To get a song on the Billboard means a lot. That's why 6ix9ine kept saying 6 for 6 on the Billboard.
That's true.
When you get with an artist and he gives you a number one.
Mm-hmm.
Boom!
He
just
put
said
you
it.
on.
Okay, I'm glad that you just
Thank you
said
for saying
that.
that. Just
I'm
pause
glad
there.
that you just
What?
said that. So hold up. So did Drake give Kendrick Lamar a number one?
Do you say that? What'd you say?
No,
about
he
that?
didn't give him a number
So then-
one. But that's not the
No,
only
hold on,
way
hold
that
on,
you can
hold
put
on,
on an
hold on.
artist,
Look
though.
at-
But
look
go
at it
ahead.
now.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
how the fuck did Kendrick Lamar benefit off that track?
I don't
in terms
understand,
of
for real,
getting
though.
a global
Wait,
fan
wait,
base?
wait.
For real,
And
though,
that
I
song didn't
really
go
don't
number one.
understand.
Hold on.
You just said, yo, the
Because it
big
wasn't a
artist will give
single.
him a number one.
But it's not a single, though.
It
How
didn't even
can
give him a number 10.
How can the song be number one if it doesn't have a chance to go on the Billboard?
I like that. I like
How can the song go on the Billboard if it's not released as a single?
What was it released at?
Explain that to me.
What was it released at?
It wasn't even a. It was
hearing
at
a
the
lot of
end of a
excuses
song. It was on Marvin's Room at the end of the song. Marvin's Room was a number one single.
hearing
But
a
you
lot
just
of
said that
excuses worthy.
Drake put on Kendrick, right? And the fact that you said
Yeah.
Drake put on Kendrick, that means that song should have made Kendrick popular. But that song wasn't even on
So
the
to
Billboard.
you guys,
top
putting
10.
on an artist means he has to be on the song with the artist. That's what you guys are saying to me. Yes
Yeah.
or no?
Putting on an artist,
I'm saying-
that
okay.
artist have to be recognized by you, and you're making that public to the
So
world.
what song did Drake do that for with The Weeknd?
What? Drake put on The Weeknd. We know about that.
No, I'm asking. I really want to know.
I don't know.
What song are you talking about?
I don't know.
Then?
Basically, I
so
don't
how
even
you
like
guys gonna
The Weeknd.
argue that point and then agree with The Weeknd and then not have anything to back
Because
that up?
Weeknd was a very, very small artist that wasn't knowledgeable. Like nobody knew him.
Let me reiterate what I'm saying. As an artist,
you make a lot of excuses for Drake. You know that, right?
You can put on an artist.
Gives the man way too much credit.
You can put on an artist by putting them on your tour or putting them on your album. Doesn't mean you have to be on the single.
No, I just told you that you just have to recognize better artists, and that artist.
I'm gonna say what I said again. I'm gonna say what I said again. As an artist, you can put on other artists many different ways. It doesn't mean you have to be on their single. Yeah, one way is to just sign them and stand next to them. Another way is to put them on your album. Maybe they have their own skit. Maybe they have their own track. Another way is to actually do a song with them. There's 3 different ways you can put on an artist.
More than 3. Another way.
What's another way?
Another way is by going on a radio show, Breakfast Club, Hot 97, and just mentioning the artist's name.
Mentioning them.
Now I'm gonna say this to you guys, and if you guys disagree,
or even
hold on.
Tweeting.
I'm gonna exactly. You can do all of that.
IG.
Exactly, you can do all of that. I'm gonna say this to you guys. You guys are fans of the Migos, yes or no?
Yeah.
The Migos, Fillmore. Did the Migos get popping after Donald Glover said their name?
No.
Wait. And when you say popping, we're not talking about how they were popping from Versace.
We gotta define the word popping.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do.
The word popping.
When they came out with Versace, who was on that song?
Drake.
Who got them popping?
Drake. We're not saying that Drake doesn't get all this popping. We're just saying he didn't get Kendrick popping.
I'm just using that for an example. When the Migos put out Bad and Bougie, it was not a #1 song.
It was what?
When Donald Glover told everybody at the award show, that's what it made #1. So would you guys say Donald Glover helped them? Yes or no?
He did help. He gave them assist.
He did give him assist.
But did Drake give Kendrick an assist then?
No.
Do you disagree?
I disagree. I agree that Drake didn't give him an assist.
Did Drake give Kendrick an assist then?
Kendrick
still has to dunk the ball, but did Drake give him an assist? Yes or no? Because that's what I'm trying to say. Is that he gave him a look.
I can't really say too much about that specific.
So who gave Drake?
Because you know why? Because I wasn't a fan of the Migos when Versace came out.
I
actually hated the Migos.
You're right,
bro.
Buddy. You're very right on that.
Did you guys listen to the Migos before Versace?
Yes, I did.
No,
I did.
not me.
I did.
Not me.
Did you know about them?
I knew about them.
I knew about them
and
listened to them because I listened to everything that they dropped.
The Migos grew
Shout
on
out
me.
to you.
I listened to all of them.
Shout out to you. I became a fan of them last year.
The Migos grew on me from the first album.
I've never listened to none of their shit.
Culture, yeah.
I've never listened to Culture.
Wait, the first album?
No Label.
Wait. Culture's their first album?
No. There was
Culture's not the first album.
Isn't that like their third album?
There's no Label 2.
That's like their third. Culture's like their third album.
My bad, bro.
Third or fourth.
That goes to show you. That goes to show you. I'm not. I wasn't a long
to me,
fan.
the world says that the Migos got popping when Drake hopped on Versace.
Yeah, he did. That happened. When Drake hopped on Versace,
but bro, you see, that's a different scenario between Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Let me explain to you.
That's a different scenario.
Look, this is why I told you guys.
Migos and Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is why I say that.
Kendrick Lamar.
It depends on the space between both artists.
Ring. He's already established.
You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on the length between both artists. If an artist is this big and an artist is this small. Listen to me.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything, fam. Go ahead.
At that time when Drake was on Versace, Migos was small. They were small.
They were just known locally.
Yeah, very locally. And even locally was still very small. Not that much because nobody was popping with that shit at that time. That much. When Versace came out,
it's very
not that
small.
much.
Atlanta.
No, not very. That's why I said not that much.
Okay.
Not that much. After Drake dropped on it, Versace, they went from small to big. When I mean they just went to big. Now after Bad and Bougie, they went from big to bigger. After Culture won the album, then they started topping at the biggest range, chilling with the bosses.
That's when they're talking.
That's how it was.
Okay.
Now Kendrick at that time
in 2011, where was Kendrick?
Kendrick wasn't
compared to the Migos in that sense of what you're saying.
Yeah,
small.
compared to the Migos.
You're saying that he was bigger than the Migos, but not bigger, but you know what I mean. Like basically, if the people listening, they can't really see what I'm doing with my hands here. But when you say 2011, Migos was here. Drake hops on Versace. It takes them here. Bad and Bougie they go there, right?
Yeah.
So with Kendrick Lamar, where was he in 2011
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm asking, like, where was he?
Let me just say this. Thank you for that question. Now, before that, let me just put in something. It also depends on the song, too. Versace was a popping record, and when Drake hopped on it, he promoted it to the public and made the public know that there was a popping record from the Migos. When Kendrick and Drake did a song together, right? It wasn't in the album, right? Because I personally, I haven't heard of that shit.
I never heard the song.
I haven't heard of that shit.
You want to know why you haven't heard it? Because when it came out, it wasn't on.
How does that song help Kendrick
That's what I'm saying.
Lamar?
That's what I'm saying now. Listen. At that time,
We're all
2011,
Kendrick Lamar fans,
Kendrick
right?
Lamar was a big artist.
Real shit.
At that time, Kendrick Lamar was a big artist. Drake was a bigger artist. He wasn't at the biggest range. Right now, the time when Drake hopped on Versace, the time when Drake hopped on Versace, he was the biggest range.
When did when did Drake become the biggest artist that he is now? Like no, just a question. Because if he wasn't in 2011, I really want to know then. When was
he? He was growing at that time. He was still bigger. He was still bigger at that time.
I'm just trying to understand who are you guys comparing him to say he's not as big as them?
It just depends on the what. Like, there's nobody you compare to. Jay-Z,
Eminem
biggest at that time. Thank you.
Come on,
I
bro.
didn't even think to that extent.
Okay, Jay-Z, Eminem,
Biggest.
Kanye West,
Biggest.
Drake.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Drake
that's how it goes.
Drake wasn't on their level at that time.
I didn't say he's on their level. I'm saying that's how it goes. I'm saying that's how it goes.
From the biggest, then it stops at Kanye West, then goes to bigger, which is Drake at that time. So Kendrick was a big artist at that time, and Drake was a bigger artist.
And even during that time, bro, that year, bro, Nicki Minaj was a bigger artist than Drake. No,
Never.
What are you talking about?
Nicki was never, ever a bigger artist.
You guys just said that I give him too much credit. You guys are discrediting him. How can you ever say Nicki is better?
Nobody
you just said Nicki.
You just
said
it.
Your
He
fam.
just said it.
I know,
Realistic.
but you to think that Nicki was ever bigger than Drake, that's a diss still.
That's not a diss. They're label mates. Nicki has a huge fan base. She has a huge fan base, fam.
Yo, fam.
But at that point, they're almost considered as competitors, like meaning like you're almost at the same level.
Not that much. I won't say that
like,
much.
Drake wasn't that far.
Drake was just bigger
above Nicki Minaj.
Drake was bigger.
In 2011, she wasn't that. Drake wasn't that far above Nicki Minaj. Come on, bro.
Nah.
If we're saying that, we're being in denial.
If you want to rank it, Drake will be 5 and she would be 6.
In 2011?
Yeah, if we want to say that, because we're still gonna give Kanye West props, right?
You're
gonna give Eminem props, right?
What year did Monster come out?
Lil Wayne props.
What year did Monster come
out? Jay-Z props.
Jay-Z have
Drake.
Some props.
Lil Kim. Lil Kim. Sorry, because I rock with Lil Kim over Nicki. Nicki, what's the problem there?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So then what's the problem?
What
I just said 5
at
and
that
6,
time,
right?
At
2010? Boom. Okay.
What?
Monster. With Nicki Minaj, Kanye,
A verse.
Jay-Z.
Yes. Go ahead. No, continue. A verse could still make you with that shit.
Still,
so go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, that was still fresh, though. In 2011, that was still fresh. And hold on. Let me finish. That was still fresh. So around that time, people were still fucking praising Nicki for that verse on Monster, bro. Hating her as the queen.
Not a whole year later.
What?
Because Take Care dropped a whole year after the Pink Print.
But like that doesn't.
The Monster, that verse was considered as like one of the greatest verses.
What I'm saying is that doesn't make her big. That doesn't carry her to be bigger than Drake. When Drake
drops
drops his
that verse elevated her career.
Yeah, it elevated
that verse elevated her career.
Nowhere near Drake's though.
No,
because Drake had Forever featuring Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Eminem, the 3 bigger giants. No,
that's what I'm saying.
So how the fuck could one girl making a song with one fucking verse be anywhere near that? When Drake puts
Drake had one verse too. You acting like it was.
What do you mean
Drake's
one verse?
song.
No.
Forever? Was that Drake's song?
That wasn't even on his album though. That's before his album. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying he has more stuff to look at to say why he would be bigger.
But Nicki had albums out too.
No, she had one album out and one verse on one person's album. That's it. Drake had him on one, the biggest song of the summer.
That song was lit though.
The biggest song of that year.
It was popping.
Fam, like, I don't know how. And he helped out Rick Ross with Aston Martin music. He was giving everybody a fucking verse. He helped out Timberland with Say Something to Me. He helped out Jamie Foxx that same year. Like,
no, hold on.
Too much credit. Too much credit.
Maybe we have to choose our words wisely, bro, because you're
So
saying,
hold on, who
hold
doesn't
on.
get credit then?
Let me pick out what you said. Let me pick out your statement. You said helped Timberland. Timberland's already been an established producer and artist, bro.
What albums does Timberland sell?
Come on.
He was selling, but Blaze, he's selling an out. If
anything, the roles are reversed. Timberland helped Drake. Timberland's already been an established hit producer. Hold on. So if a producer like Timberland have his status, his fucking high status, if he's getting you on a song, he's helping you. Drake's not helping Timberland. Timberland's helping Drake. Come on, fam.
No, that's not how it works, man. When Jay Holiday came out, he had a song called Bed.
Nah, fam.
Then,
that period,
after
Drake
that,
was on his
he hopped on Fat Joe's song and helped Fat Joe. Fat Joe's been established since '94.
No, fam.
What are you telling me?
Timberland is an award.
You're telling me a new nigga can't make an old nigga hot. That's what you're saying. Are you saying that a new nigga can't make an old nigga hot?
He's an award-winning producer.
Not a rapper.
It doesn't matter. He's an artist, though.
But yo, fam, did Kendrick Lamar help Dr. Dre?
No.
So did Eminem help Dr. Dre? You see how he's thinking? You're going back on your point, fam. You're moving the goalpost. How are you going to tell me that a new nigga can't make a rapper hot? He can.
He can, but
was Dr. Dre established before Eminem?
Drake did not help.
Was Dr. Dre established before Eminem?
He was. He was.
So what did Eminem do for Dr. Dre?
He wrote his verses.
And did he make it more popping? Yes or no?
He didn't make him more popping.
Then we disagree.
He didn't make him more popping. We gotta choose our words wisely. We gotta choose. Not popularity. You already have popularity. You already have popularity. Yo.
This is my way. What are you doing?
I thought you wanted to do it.
Why would you think that?
I was just trying to help you out.
Fam, you don't grab up all the weed. You gotta keep the buds so you can have them fresh, so you can smell them and keep.
You don't crush another man's weed. But yo, what was I gonna say?
You can't crush up all the weed, fam, because then now it's just fucking lit like this.
An apology.
No, it's all good, Joe.
Yo, we gotta choose the right words, fam. We gotta choose the right words.
Yo,
hold on. We gotta choose the right words. I wouldn't say that Eminem increased Dr. Dre's popularity.
We didn't say increase, but go ahead, continue.
That's what you guys are saying.
We said helped. We said helped.
Okay, not helped, but let's say he brought him back to life almost. He brought him back to life.
That's not help?
That's help, right?
That's not help? Bringing a nigga back to life? Fillmore, you're not saying anything. Is that help? Bringing a nigga back to life? You're dead in Gears of War, and I come help you and bring you back to life. That's not help?
Okay, that's help.
So what are you saying now, Blaze?
Nah, but like,
what are you saying now, Blaze?
No. I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying, because the way you guys are talking like you guys are discrediting the man's resume. Dr. Dre.
You're talking about something different though. You're talking about producing, and we're talking about rapping on a song.
But you said Drake helped Timberland. Drake didn't help Tim.
Drake helped Timberland get a number one.
No,
Timberland would not have a number one without Drake. What song does Timberland have by himself that's a number one? Nothing.
But Tim's a producer.
And he put out a rap album. This has nothing to do with fucking producing. He had different producers on the album.
What rap album did Tim put out?
The song would Say Something to Me. Fillmore, find that,
album,
please.
But no, it's a collection of his artists and beats that he produced.
Yo, what is Compton? What is Compton?
Hold on,
is Compton and what is Compton? What is Chronic? What is the Chronic?
Yo, during that period, Drake was on his come up. When Drake had a feature with Tim, bro.
Drake was done being on a come up when I'm On One came out. It was over by then.
Say Something came out before I'm On One.
The same year, that same summer, meaning he worked on it at the same time.
Say Something came out before
Say Something came out in 2011.
But still, it came out before
On One was out for the summer of 2011.
It came out before
All I'm trying to say is this. If you call a nigga to come write a verse for you and a hook, and that song goes number one, did he help you, yes or no?
Who produced the beat?
So now it has to come down to the producer?
Of course, Tim is an award-winning producer.
So why couldn't he help
Look
Tink?
at his resume.
Why couldn't he do nothing for
produced hits
Tink?
like Big Pimpin' for Jay-Z.
Who cares?
Aaliyah. What do you mean who cares?
He's not, to me, he's not, what? 2009, even earlier. Wow.
Boom.
Even
And-
earlier.
And what year did I'm On One come out?
2011 for sure.
Okay.
But what I'm
So-
saying is,
and
if you
hold
call
on,
if I'm a
2009.
rapper and a
Hold on.
producer, and I call you to come do a song with me, and
2009.
I ask you to write the verse, and I ask you to do a hook, and that song goes #1, did you help me? Yes or no?
2009 was the year when you was
That's
fucking
Drake's
performing
come
at
up.
BET Awards. And
That's
he was
Drake's
on the,
come up. Drake
on the-
wasn't coming
on the
up in
wheelchair.
2011. He was done.
So, all right. So you agree that was his come up, right? So if he's getting an award-winning
So Far Gone was already out at-
point.
all right, go ahead,
So if
go
he
ahead.
gets an award-winning producer on his song, that benefits him. That makes
course,
his resume credible.
Yo, listen, I'm not
makes
saying
his
that
resume
Tim didn't
credible.
help Drake. You're just
Drake
saying
didn't
that
help
Drake
Tim.
didn't help Tim.
Drake did not help Tim.
But yo, you see the point I'm making here?
I mean Timberland, right?
Timberland, the
Tim,
producer.
the producer.
Timberland, the producer. The fact that at that time he was popping.
Of course,
He was not popping in 09. No, he was not. The last time before that was when he was doing stuff
But hold
with
on.
Nelly
We gotta
Furtado.
we gotta define
We gotta
popping because
define popping
remember,
still.
Relevant.
relevant. He was relevant. He was relevant. Because remember,
change it.
again.
No, as
hold
a
on, hold on, hold on, 'cause
producer. As a
That's
producer,
that's
right?
what I was just about
That's
to
a
say.
fact.
But we're
'Cause
talking
he's not an
about him, a
artist.
rapper.
Because you're saying he wasn't popping because he was on every song. He's not an artist. He's a producer.
You know that Travis
He's a
Scott is a
producer.
producer, right?
Yo,
He's a
everybody's a
producer.
producer nowadays. Look, at the end
He's
of
a
the day,
producer.
whether I'm a rapper or producer, if I call you over to write a verse and a hook, and that goes #1, did you help me? Yes or no?
You assisted, and it also depends on the verse that is actually more like better on that tune. This thing it cannot boil just to one.
Yo, it's like a
I'm
potluck
not saying
dinner.
that
It's like a
Drake-
potluck dinner.
And I'm
It's
not
like a potluck
I'm
dinner.
not
It's like a
saying that
potluck
Drake
dinner,
only
all right?
helped
It's
Timberland.
like a
I
potluck
didn't say
dinner.
that.
Yo,
He's
you
only
bring
saying
yo.
He's only saying that Timberland helped Drake, and Drake
Yo.
did nothing for Timberland.
Yo, it's like a potluck
That's not
dinner.
fair to
dog.
say that.
It's like a potluck dinner, bro. You bring the rice and peas. I bring
So,
the
but
fucking
yo, you have to
barbecue
say
chicken.
that we both helped each other. You can't say,
okay.
but you're saying that Timberland
That's
only
what
helped
I'm saying.
Drake.
They both helped.
Did Drake
No.
help Timberland? Yes
But
or no?
at that
Nah,
time,
Let him answer. Let him answer.
I'm going-
Did
okay.
Drake
I'm
help
standing
Timberland?
firm. I'm standing firm on my statement. Drake did not help Timberland.
Do you agree with that?
I would say the fact that he brought a grain of rice to the big bowl of rice is also
To
a
the
little bit
potluck
of a-
dinner?
Yeah,
To the potluck dinner?
I think it's kind of a
So,
little.
yo,
help.
I feel like Tim did not most of the groundwork, but Tim definitely helped boost Drake's career.
Even, like,
just
at that
based
time,
on the
if I'm
fact
not
of his
mistaken-
just based on the fact of Tim's resume.
Yeah, at that
Being an
time.
award-winning producer.
Yeah,
Yo,
at-
you're
at
gonna
that
you're gonna
time.
So-
yo, as an artist, hold on. As a new artist, you're gonna feel fuck, man. As a new artist, you're gonna feel lit and giddy that yo, I have an award-winning producer on my fucking
shit.
song.
That's lit.
yo,
Who's known for producing
Blaze,
songs for
I'm not
Jay-Z.
disagreeing with you, fam.
Come on.
I already told you Drake helped fucking not Dr. Dre. Who we talking? Timberland. He helped Timberland out because you wanna know why? That was the first single of the album.
It was nice.
There's a reason why you make a song a single. What's the reason?
Was that hold on?
What's
hold
the
on.
reason?
What do you
Was
mean?
that was that the
When
first
you have
song?
an album and you
That-
make a single,
no,
what's
no,
the
no,
single
no, no.
for? To
Was
sell
it-
the
no, no,
album.
no,
No,
hold
it
on.
doesn't mean anything.
Yo, let's talk facts.
It
What
doesn't
is
mean
a
anything.
single
Let's talk facts.
for?
It doesn't mean anything.
No,
Let's
no.
talk
You're saying it
facts.
doesn't mean anything.
Was
I'm
that the
asking you what
single
it's
off the
for.
album? He had songs with Nelly Furtado and a song with Justin Timberlake. Was that the single off the album?
You're gonna have to look that up.
All right, because
Let's
we got
fact check that.
exactly.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
talk
What would
facts.
you say? Hold on. What'd you say?
Let's not talk out of our ass. Let's talk facts.
I can't.
Yeah.
Timberland. And what's the name of that album, by the way, too? Shock Value.
I
Does
remember
anybody
that album.
remember that?
I remember it, bro.
What's the singles? Let's hear the singles off of that.
So say something already. We've been over that. The song with him and Nelly Furtado.
What
and
song
Justin
is that? I really don't remember that still. I remember the album before that, and that was the Promiscuous Girl shit. That was 06.
The way the way I are with Carrie Hilson.
Did that
Carrie
carry? Wow.
Hilson.
Did that song? Cause that's his artist. Did that song come out
Actually, that's
before?
not his artist.
It was his artist at
no.
the time. She was working underneath him.
What's his name? Polo the Don. That's his artist.
Okay, Polo the Don's trash, anyways.
Can't say he's
what's
trash.
the
I think he's a producer too.
Yeah, he started off rapping and went to
Rich Boy?
producing.
There
Yeah,
was some
he was a
D's on it.
producer and went to rapper, and the other guy went from rapping to producing. Yo, what's the name of that album? Shock Value. What's the first single?
I'm trying to fix my mic, ladies and gentlemen.
Huh?
You're having a
Give
lot
it
of
to
trouble
me.
with that.
Who sings that again?
Nelly Furtado. Justin Timberlake.
What's the song after that? Is that? Oh, by the way, first of all, does it say that's a #1 song or top 10 or whatever?
Of
Now,
course.
what's after?
Come on. The way I are.
Is that a top 10 #1? Okay, and what Say Something?
See, Say Something is not even mentioned yet. Say Something's not even mentioned
I'm
yet.
sorry, what? That I can't hear you. What?
Next album. It wasn't even on Shock Value.
Hold on. So I asked about Shock. Wait, hold on. I'm confused now, fam. What are you talking about right now?
That song wasn't on Shock Value. That's
What
I'm saying.
song is Say Something on? What album? So Shock Value 2. What's the singles for Shock Value 2? Because what I'm
And
saying.
obviously, it came on a different year. Boom.
What?
Boom.
Who is that with?
Boom.
That's his art. That's who he works
Canada
with. Yeah.
gotta represent the city, Toronto.
Is that a top
Number
10? So is that a #1? What is that?
Still,
Number 6? What is Say Something?
it's not even mentioned yet. It's not even mentioned yet.
Number 20.
23. Thank you.
Ooh,
Thank you.
too much
You give-
credit.
yes, bro.
Too
You
much
give your
credit.
man way too much
That's
credit.
the reason.
Yo.
I love your support.
Yo,
We gotta
yo,
support our local.
yo.
Good, but
come
too
on,
much
let's
Yo,
talk
credit.
facts.
yo,
Let's talk
yo,
facts.
listen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So
hold on,
Say
hold on.
Something is
Fillmore,
number 20.
Fillmore.
What? Number
Hold on.
20 what? Say it again.
23.
Number
On the
23 on
Billboard
Shock.
charts, right?
On Shock
Say
Value 23.
Something
So,
with Timberland featuring Drake.
Yeah.
Number 23 on Billboard charts, okay? Number 23 on Billboard charts.
now, what I'm saying to you is this. When you call an artist over to come write a song for you, and he writes a verse and a hook, and that song, I was saying #1 because I assumed it was a #1 because I assumed
You like
all-
Drake. That's the reason.
Say that again?
He likes Drake. That's the reason that he.
You know what it really is? You can't name another rapper with 3 #1 songs. That's what it really is, though.
I don't understand.
You can't name another rapper who has more than 3 #1 songs.
It
So
depends on
what-
who you like.
Gunna,
What
It
is
doesn't
it?
depend
Lil
on who you
Baby.
like.
To me,
Lil
to me,
Wayne.
like to
Lil
me,
Wayne's probably one of
like,
the only
you just saw
ones.
that Billboard and the rest of them and the award-winning something actually make mistakes, right? Like they're giving albums. So the fact that you put in Drake as #1 means that many people
Listen,
like you
listen.
walk with him.
What I'm saying is this, because when he came out with 5 a.m. in Dallas or one of them joints where he was like, most #1s ever, how long did it really take me? He had, by that time, this is before his 3rd album, he had already had more #1. So I was assuming that was a #1. But it's okay, though. But here's what I'm saying, though.
What is that?
If you invite somebody over to come write a verse for you
Yeah,
and a hook,
yeah,
and that song does well, did you get help? Yes or no?
a little
did
bit of
get
help. Yeah,
I'm not talking about a more, a lot, a little.
Yeah, of course you did.
Help, yes.
Of
If the
course you
question
did.
is
You
yes
received
or no,
assistance.
Yeah, you
You
received
received
assistance.
you
assistance.
received assistance. Now that's all I'm arguing. I'm not arguing that Timberland I'm not arguing that Timberland didn't help Drake. I'm not arguing that. I agree with that. So I don't understand why this whole argument. You guys just want to take things from Drake, and I get it. You guys don't like Drake.
You're giving
That's
too
cool.
much to Drake. That's the reason.
No.
We can listen. We can argue that, and I can, and I'll agree with you. But what I'm saying is, if I'm giving them too much, you guys are taking too much. Because
No,
first of all,
yo, I
who
want
in the
you to- I
rap
want-
game right now is bigger than Drake?
But yo, I want you to hear.
What'd you say?
Who in the rap game right now is bigger than Drake?
In the rap game.
Yeah, who's bigger than
Before
Drake
we
right
go
now?
there, but yo,
No one.
Before we
Not
go there, I want
Kanye,
you to
not
hear.
Jay-Z, and that's it.
But you know,
Yo,
you
before we
have
go
to
there, I
understand
hope you heard
that
what I
it's
said.
catchy. Like Drake is catchy
it's
to
not,
people.
Yo, my
Please don't do no catchy shit.
It
That's
is.
what.
People like him and people don't like him. I don't like him personally.
Hold on. My statements and my fucking arguments is not coming out of malice. It's not coming out of hate because I don't like Drake. That's
Mine
not
is
the case
coming
at
out
all.
of it. I don't care.
All right, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. It's not coming out of hate. I'm just trying to be realistic. And
What
I'm
do you?
trying
All
to give
right,
facts,
let's move off of this
right?
Drake shit. What do you credit
Okay,
Drake
but-
for? And I'm not saying his song. No,
talent.
I'm just saying like, what do you give him credit for?
His talent,
Even though people
the
write.
ability to make music.
But hold
good
on.
music.
Yeah.
How do you know he has that ability if you would also say he has ghostwriters?
He has ghostwriters.
No, because hold on, because I know that he can create music on his own.
How do you know that? Like, no, like real shit.
Because
like, how do you know that?
we've watched his
song. Started from the bottom was his own, right?